play through injury. Team's going to play hurt. It's not going to be good for his minutes, one. His output will be lower, two. No one ever plays well through injury.
Can I just talk now?
He's fucked. Get rid of him.
Can I talk now? This was my moment of glory and you're just taking it. And you just interrupt me. Anyway. KCP has been diagnosed with a grade 2 rotator cuff tear. Now, Kobe Bryant, if you may remember, had the same injury 2 seasons ago, James.
You've gone deep into this, Tim.
No, I have. He had the same injury 2 seasons ago. And do you remember how Kobe Bryant played 2 seasons ago? Sum it up in one word for me.
Kobe Bryant is just an overrated player.
No, I don't care about that. We don't want the Kobe stands wrecking us, James. Anyway, how did Kobe Bryant play in the last bit of the season 2 seasons ago?
Terrible.
Trash.
Well, the whole season he was trash.
He was on minutes restriction because he came back way too early and he never recovered. And for the rest of the season he was on a minutes restriction, I think. And even when he did, he didn't play well. You can shoot, but it's not great.
Yeah,
it just limits your ability to play. So I think it's dumb to come back early, but KCP will come back early because they are atrocious without him.
Yeah. He's their best defender by an absolute mile.
So he'll definitely 100% be on a minutes restriction, and I don't think that'll come off for a long time because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. A rotator cuff, every time you rotate your cuff, as in move your shoulder, it's going to tear more.
But the thing is,
that injury needs proper time to heal, and it needs to get back to its strong form because something like that, he can from now on, he can dislocate his shoulder just like that.
Yeah.
In a snap of a second. He can dislocate his shoulder.
But I think KCP's output in fantasy terms really depends on the fact that he is one of the highest minutes per game players in the entire league.
40 minutes.
He would regularly plays above 36, 37 minutes a game.
I think he was averaging 35 minutes at the current point in time.
No, it's pretty high considering how many games he has had to leave through injury.
Yeah, I know. That's funny.
He's left a couple. It's been at least 4 or 5 games he's played about 5 minutes, and the amount of blowouts that have been there for the Pistons, where he's played about 20 minutes as well.
And he's still averaging 34
minutes a game. So in the wins, he does play about 38 minutes, and that's where his output comes from. So with his injury, can we expect him, even on the low end of 30, it'll still severely impact his fantasy output. So I'd probably be getting rid of him while you can.
Well, what I've noticed is when you make a trade, especially on Yahoo, not so much ESPN, I think it's pretty much the same. But when you make a trade on Yahoo, people don't look, they don't search on Google what's up with this player, how they're playing, why their stats may not have been as good, and why their averages are why they are. Do you know what they look at, James?
Season stats.
Stats. And they go plus, minus, am I green in more categories than the trade I'm getting?
Yeah. What categories do I need to address?
So, if you put KCP up for trade, now, KCP is averaging 2.23 points a game, 14.5 points, 3.4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 steals. That's fairly decent numbers across the board for a shooting guard. Because they're usually more of the point scorers.
Yeah.
But he had steals and a decent field goal percentage of 42% and free throw percentage 83%. So that's some good stuff. When you put him up for trade, people are just going to compare those numbers straight away.
Yeah, I know.
So they're not going to realise that maybe KCP's not going to be playing like that. They're just going to think this is how he's going to perform for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't see him getting those numbers.
No,
I really don't.
If he's going to have to play through injury for a long time this season, so even if these numbers are slightly down, he's not worth it for what you can get from him at this point in time.
So I would honestly, because look, he has had a couple of 20-plus point games, and people are going to be, yes, I know KCP can score over 20 points. Suck him in. Honestly, just suck him in. And just...
I feel like you might be able to get Drew Holiday or something out of it.
Well, if anyone's watched the show The League, you'll know that a customary thing to do in fantasy football is trade rape. And use KCP to trade rape someone. I'm sorry. It should be done. It just should be done. You can get rid of him, and you can absolutely win your league with it, as long as no one vetoes the trade. Which we actually did to someone in our league.
Oh, that was funny. Just so for everyone out there, on Yahoo, you can vote as many times as you like against a trade. So I did veto the trade about 11 times.
It wasn't even a good trade. It was just a buck of a Vooch.
Yeah.
It literally didn't change.
Just funny.
It didn't change much. It just
pissed
him off.
Yeah. That was the whole point. Classic.